Brothers and sisters, thank you for joining me today. As you saw, I just walked through a beautiful rose garden, and the significance of that is amazing. As you know, I have been shown the healing wheel. I've given you guys, it's the dial, it's the healing wheel, into the heavenly realm, into the presence of Father and Mother. And the one thing that Heavenly Mother keeps telling me is take time to stop and smell the roses in this time of healing. And my husband had a procedure this morning, and right across the street is this park, and I thought, well, let's go over there because they had placed something on my heart that I was supposed to share. And I pulled up and I was like, no way. There was this beautiful, beautiful rose garden with all different colors. And so I videoed different roses as I walked through the garden, to share the different healings that will happen in our life. If we allow Christ to walk us through the process, each healing is going to look different and have a different I took some pictures of just the rose bud, because those things in our life are going to bloom, and all the different flowers and the colors and the beauty that it will bring out of us as things within us are healed and we allow the new to truly blossom in our life. So that was the purpose of the rose garden. So I hope you enjoyed that little journey with me. So in the process of the healing wheel, the Father and Mother have been showing me the answering to the prayer that me and my husband had cried out to them. It was either March or April of 2023. And since then, they have been showing us everything that the kingdom is and everything that the kingdom is not, so that we can discern between the two, and so that we stay out of those pitfalls with basically the counterfeits, people who say that they are kingdom but they are not, and how God has tried to establish the kingdom upon the earth, but things that have made it fall. And so one thing that the Lord was walking me through today, and was our agency and our right to choose. So Heavenly Father and Mother gave us the ability to come here and choose for ourselves. Agency is the free gift that was given to all of us that they will not take away from us. And until lately, I didn't understand the in-depth that involves. Okay, so you have to remember we're stepping into kingdom. So everything that we're being taught from the heavenly realm is supposed to be kingdom-minded. And so our agency, why is it so important in the choices that we make? So if we can see this from a kingdom perspective, there are two pitfalls from the enemy that he uses to that they brought to light, and so I'm going to share those two pitfalls. The first one is that our choices, as long as no one else knows, it doesn't affect them. Okay, that is a lie of deceit that the enemy wants us to truly believe, that our choices aren't affecting another person, or if the person doesn't know it, it won't harm them. Okay, that is absolutely deceitful from the enemy. And so another one that he uses is often within mothers. Okay, and with mothers, too often we want to be helicopter moms, and we want to save our children from the repercussions of their choices. But what that does ultimately, by not teaching them the importance of their ability to choose for themselves, is that we take that ability for them to learn that for themselves, and then it actually creates a further problem for them down the line. So what I mean by that is, okay, this is what I was being shown. So for me, my mom was a helicopter mom, and then I became a helicopter mom, and I always wanted to just, okay, well, just don't do that because we don't want the repercussion of that. So then our children don't learn how to choose good choices for themselves. They never learn the spirit of discretion, which is in the book of Proverbs. They never learn how to apply that and see what is the consequence of this choice. Because no matter whether we make a good decision or a bad decision, they each have a consequence, and they're going to affect people, ourselves, and people around us, even people that we didn't understand that it affected, in either a good way, a positive way, or a negative way. So if a person doesn't have discretion, then they are not able to see the outcome of their choices, or see the harm or the hurt that it's causing another person. Well, what does Satan come to do? He comes to kill, steal, destroy, separate, cause division, to hurt and harm other people. But when we think that our agency doesn't hurt other people, and we don't understand the importance of why we were given choice in the first place, what it does in the heavenly realm, in the kingdom perspective, is that it literally makes father and mother's job, they have to go in as king and queen, right? We're kingdom. They have to strategize now of how they can use this benefit the most for their children, based off of the hurt that another person just caused one of their children, or trauma, hurt, pain, separation, division, whatever it is. They are greater than he that lives in the world. But what it does is creates more work for them. They have to go in as that kingdom perspective. It's a kingdom. They're strategizing. Okay, how can we make the best out of this bad situation, that because of the choices of their children? Okay. So part of the healing wheel is making sure that we are making choices that truly bring healing into our life and into the lives of others. So this last year, since we've asked that question, we've had to go through a lot of opposition. We've had a lot of things placed in our path to bring this healing forward and to understand things now from that kingdom perspective. And so when we use our agency to make choices that ultimately cause hurt and harm and separation and pain on others because of our agency, Father and Mother have showed me that heaven, they weep with us. They actually cry with their children. And when they told me that, I just sat back and was like, oh my goodness, how many tears have I made them cry because of my agency that brought hurt on other people? And here they are, because hurt was brought on to me, crying with me. And so, guys, our ability to choose for ourselves is truly a blessed, blessed gift that this world has taken for granted in every way, shape, and form, and has made Father and Mother's job to make the most out of a situation in our life way more difficult than it was meant to be. They have to strategize constantly of like, well, how can we make this choice, or make this choice that a person made? How can we go in and use it for the greater good of this person, if this person is willing to see what we are doing to bring, greater healing and understanding and love into their life, and we can bring greater healing, and they could walk away from this experience saying, okay, that experience was worth it because I benefited from that. But we're in a place in our life where the battle really is going to be, our right to choose for ourselves. But are we abusing that beautiful gift that we were given to choose for ourselves, or are we using it for the reason that it was truly given to us? So, with healing that's coming to the earth, we also have to step back and say, how do my choices affect another person? What cord has been attached to this person, this person, this person, this person, because of a choice that I made that I didn't even know would have had any effect on those people? And so, this is a beautiful time of healing. We're bringing the physical, the spiritual, the emotional, the mental, all into that perfect balance. But the Lord has to walk us through this process. And in it, taking the time to truly stop and smell the roses and seeing all the beauty that's coming from it, and then keeping that beauty within us and then making those choices in our life with discretion, so that we can see, okay, there's a bigger picture here than what I ever realized before, and truly now applying that into our life, because at that point true healing can come, because we're not continuing to make choices that with our agency, that are attaching any kind of dark cord to anyone. We are truly vessels of complete light, fully light, and we don't bring any kind of darkness in. And so really stepping back and seeing what kind of hurt and pain we've brought into other people's lives because of selfish reasons, or because of that power and control, or not allowing God to truly be God and say, okay, they have it. They have it. They know the plans that were for us before we came here. But if we are stepping in and we're saying, no, we're going to take this upon ourselves to make sure that this person pays, or to make sure that is taken away from that person, or whatever it is, the hurt, the pain, the words, again, our thoughts, our words, and our actions should fully be in line with our heart. And if we are truly heart-centered, then where our heart is, there is our treasure also, and our treasure should be in the heavenly realm. It should always come from kingdom. And in the kingdom, God is not out to hurt his children. He is a God of perfected love. Father and mother have absolute love for us, just like Yeshua. They have perfected love for us, and we need to keep that perfected love within us. So, again, I just really pray that, we take time to truly let these things blossom within us, and we nurture those seeds that have been planted, and we allow those buds to begin to open, and we truly then blossom into who we are in this massive time of healing, and we truly take time to stop and smell the roses. God bless.